Hey everyone, well, I've been challenged by Act Old Later to show you 3 comfort items. So I'm going to do that today and tell you where I've been and what's up for the plans for the future. So first of all, let me just say, where have y'all been? Haven't seen you for a while. But in my case, G had a medical episode, we'll call it, and I ended up in the hospital for a week, and so we've been pretty much wrapped up in all of that. He is fine now. If he was around, I'd get him to stick his head in just so you can see that he's okay. He's back to his normal, but I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. So Act Old Later challenged me, actually while we were in the hospital is when I got the notification of it, to show 3 comfort items that I used when I'm hiking. And so let's show you what they are. First of all, I like to drink coffee out of a cup that doesn't really get anything else in it. I don't like it out of the pot that I boil the water in. And so I have carried this GSI mug, and there was a handle on this which I cut off. It keeps it, it's a fairly good koozie, but not great insulator, but it keeps it warm for a while, and it has a lid on it that I can close really well. I drink my coffee over a period of time, and then add my protein powder to it, and that's basically my breakfast. So 30 grams of protein every morning, and whatever carbs are in this, and that's my breakfast. So I would call that one of my comfort items. The second is I don't like instant coffee. So my person who I've always called my Deer Junkie Trail Angel friend from New England sent me this a year or 2 years ago now, I guess. And I have no idea where she got it. It is a GSI, but I haven't seen one out there that anybody's making it at this point. But anyway, I can just carry regular coffee that you would use in a coffee maker. And you just set this in here on the mug, and we put the filter. I actually use the smaller filters when I'm using this, but I don't know, I may use a big one, I don't know. But anyway, that sits in there, and then I have my little cup that I use for the coffee and for the chocolate. Carry a Ziploc, and the chocolate obviously is in a Ziploc also. And I don't really need this for the coffee, but because I don't take very much, but pour a little bit in there. And if I brought the water over here, I'd go ahead and filter it. So, okay, so we just pour the water in through the coffee, let it filter. And then I'll add Splenda or sugar if I feel like I really need the sugar. But generally I don't feel like I need straight sugar like that. Pour in enough water to take it up to pretty close to the top, and then I'll add some cold water to it because for me it's too hot to drink right away. But that's how I filter my coffee, and it is a great comfort to me every morning. And again, by adding the chocolate, that's basically breakfast. And then because of the lid, I can just carry it around with me while I'm packing up, sip it a little bit at a time, which is what I like to do. And then by the time I'm all packed up, I've finished and can just wipe it out with a piece of paper towel, toilet paper that goes in the little trash bag, and good to go for the day. So that's item number 1 and number 2. Now for item number 3, and we're going to set this aside here. Don't laugh. You know, I have a lot of quirks that average through hikers might not have. One of mine is that I have extremely dry skin, that I tend to have a lot of itching. And the number one place that I tend to itch is at the very center of my back, and it's a place where I can't reach it with my hand, no matter which way, even before I broke my wrist. Definitely not now, because I didn't get back 100% range of motion, but can't reach with either hand, and don't want to have to keep asking people I don't know to scratch my back in order to put me out of misery. So I was at a postal store once, and lo and behold, they had this little item which weighs 1 ounce, and it is a back scratcher, true comfort item. But if you're a person who has an itch someplace that you tend to get like 2 or 3 times every day, it'll drive you to distraction. Something like this really is a blessing, trust me. So don't know where to tell you to get one, telescoping back scratcher, but if you need it, you really ought to find it, because it's definitely been a gift for me on the trail. So, plans. We had planned that I was going to go ahead and through hike this year, and G was going to stay here at home, but given his medical condition, it just would be foolish to leave him alone. So family comes first, as everybody knows, so I'm not going to be able to step off and through hike. Actually, I'd be out there already if I was going to do it. But we are talking about some options for me to do some section hiking, 3-4 days in different locations. I want to try to meet some of the 2019 hikers. I want to see some of the new, or the hikers that were there in 2018 that are back out there, like I told later. And in fact, she started today. And then Underdog is back on the trail, 3 Mile back on the trail. And I believe there's some others. And if you all know of any that were 2018 that are also 2019 that are going out for another try, second time, third time, 3 Mile, I believe it's time number 4. And this time we're going to root for him. His YouTube channel is under Fred now, unless he's changed it back. But anyway, you can definitely root for them to make it. And I'm hoping to get out there to find where they are and do some interviews and do some section hiking. And I have a dear friend who was a vlogger last year, who we are presently talking about our first trip going out together. And we've worked out, they're a faster hiker, and we've worked out that they are going to hike a ways up the trail and take an afternoon nap while they wait on me. So that's the way we're going to approach it, and I'm really looking forward to that. I hope we can work it out soon, and I have the hammock now, and so I can, sleep on the trail, and then we'll have G stay with some dear friends we have here for a few days when I do that. And so that's the best I'm going to be able to do this year, but I'm definitely going to keep hiking whenever I can, and keep making videos whenever I can, and I really hope y'all will hang in there with us. As far as details, it's kind of just private, personal. If G wants to share it someday, he can. I don't want to, say what he had to go through exactly, but I can tell you that at this point he is back to his normal and doing fine and working the job that he works here. And so that's all great, everything except me moaning and groaning about not being able to be out there. But again, family comes first, and so God bless everyone. Have a blessed day, and you get out and hike.